Is there going to be anything in that way? We have a Stampede in Kodo, which plays definitely in Vortex favor. And a Black Knight. So that's just the start you want to have.
So if that might be a ramp druid, maybe that's definitely the card you're looking for.
I'm a bit surprised that he's actually dropping the Kodo.
No, I'm not. It's not really what targets are there except for Keeper in a rather mid-rangey or slower druid.
Sometimes Harvest even. I mean, you can start with Keeper, but you can start with Harvest also.
Yeah, but it takes so long until you actually get the Kodo out, and you really want to keep the Black Knight.
Sure, that's correct.
And you can't really keep 1 5-drop and a 6-drop in your starting hand.
I totally agree there. You can't really go with Kodo and Black Knight in your starting hand. It seems like there is nothing for Silhan at the moment. And as I know Silhan, he's normally going for the more rampy versions. If he's not totally surprising me too, but I know him. He's like the control player.
Yep.
He likes to play Priest, for example, Control Warrior, something like that.
And Zoo.
And Zoo. Well, everyone likes to play Zoo now or later sometimes. Just go for the Zoo. Even for the Zoo with the Void Colors.
When you're frustrated.
Yeah, when you're frustrated, you don't go for Zoo. Oh, Shade of Naxxramas into Shade of Naxxramas.
So I suppose this will actually be like the
Temple version?
Strife Crow token druid.
Or it's something own on Silhan's side,
yeah,
which displays Shades of Naxxramas, and there's more to come. You never know what to expect from everyone.
Maybe there will be Harvest Golem or a second Shade here.
A second Shade would be really great because, well, okay, Paladin can clear 2 Shades. Is that going to be a Spectral Knight?
Or Fruit of the Claw.
Okay, now he has to have a lot of 5 cards if he's actually considering. It's like, okay, you innervate, and then normally it's just, okay, there's going to be 1 card you play, and not you get like 3 cards to choose for him.
But that just gets pretty nullified by that Peacekeeper.
Can you Peacekeeper target a Spectral? I don't know that,
yeah,
I have to say. I forget if it's actually... I know you can silence him, but I didn't know if you could change his attack to 1.
Yeah, you can. It's just like silencing.
Extremely helpful, especially with the Kodo just waiting.
Oh, I think he's thinking about consecrating and running Shade and...
no, I thought about that too, but why lose your Shade?
Yeah, it's just way weaker.
I mean, he can do nothing against your Shade, but you could get Equality Consecrate against his and totally wreck his board.
Yep.
So there's no reason for me to go for that play. And if he runs his Shade into your 3/3, you can just Consecrate afterwards.
Yep.
So in total, it's looking okay for Vortex, but not super great also. I mean, Silhan is just hoarding, massing some more minions on the board.
Maybe a Defender here.
Argus would be great. I would love to see it. Or just a Raz.
Swipe.
Oh, if he swipes, well, swipe works. And is he gonna attack?
Would you attack with the Shade here?
Oh, I never know the perfect time. I have to admit to attack with a Shade, but you need to look out for turn 6.
It's really hard to say from our point of view because we know what Vortex actually has in hand.
Yeah.
So we can't really be objective on that.
I mean, you have to fear the Equality Consecrate on turn 6. That's the biggest problem.
Yeah.
If you don't attack next turn and you get Equality Consecrated, then you get kind of wrecked.
Yeah, but maybe you also want like a small board to get Equality Consecrated. So if he just plays like a Harvest Golem and Hero Power, he wouldn't really care about Equality Consecrate.
Okay, we got the Kodo there, demolishing the minion. Could get killed by the Shade of Naxxramas. There's 5 damage on the board for Silhan, and the annoying part about the Shade of Naxxramas is... Oh, there's Slush Poacher even. The annoying part about Shade of Naxxramas is... He's like, okay, bro.
Yeah, this is pretty clear. Attack into that and Consecrate, I guess.
But your minion's going to be on 1 HP.
Yeah, but do you want to Black Knight this?
You don't, because Black Knight is just going to die to... This is
an interesting druid version. The usual Colento Scribe-Crow
version is not running. Bunchers.
Yeah, exactly.
But I saw that one too, I have to admit. It's almost like the version, just with Belchers in the middle. And there's even, I saw one Ancient of War once in that version, because it makes it like, you play the same version, it's still a lot of tempo, but then you just drop one of those biggies and your enemy's like, oh wow, I just used my execute on something because I didn't expect those big minions. Problem is now you get a 5/1 Shade on the board, and yeah, you get card draw Rast, for example, or Keepered.
Yeah, but the thing is, he has to invest mana to kill
Yep.
off that 5-1, and that will mean that he isn't able to play something big. So you get a really good Cairn or a Guardian of Kings.
I know what you mean. It definitely pays out.
Yeah, look at that. That's like a joke.
That's a joke. Totally agree with you. Will you go for Cairn or even Guardian of Kings here? I mean, Guardian of Kings would be overheal, so Cairn feels for me the most valuable minion to drop now.
Sure. Gotta be Cairn.
You could drop Harrison and make it 1-1, but that one just gets swiped and then GG. Harrison gone.
Yeah.
Easy mode.
Yeah, he used one swipe, but still, I think just Cairn here.
I'm totally with you.
Okay. Still uses 4 mana. You still have that 5/4 body, and your Tyrion is good to go.
Absolutely. We get the Ancient of Lore. You're gonna Elder Peacekeeper that one probably.
Yeah, most likely.
But that yells for a Peacekeeper Harrison turn, I have to admit.
Yep.
I would like to see that one. A Lothar.
I think that yells for a Peacekeeper Lothar turn.
No, I think I would even wait a turn with that. I mean,
Would you?
it's turn 9 coming in 2 turns. So you could go for the Peacekeeper and the Harrison.
I don't know. I feel like at this point is where he either has a swipe or a force of nature to do
Okay, yeah.
anything against your board, or he doesn't have it and has to play big minions. But like this, you take one of those options away. He can't swipe or force of nature now, and your board will not get harmed that easily.
I totally agree there with you, I have to say. Looks good now on Vortex
Like
side.
imagine he drops a Sunwalker or a Ancient of War, then we can say goodbye to Silhan, I'd say.
Absolutely, that would have been perfect in the end. But dropping that Cairn is actually so, and the Echoing Ooze is super annoying because you force a Vortex to deal with what is on the board. If there is just a roar,
Yeah,
not even a
true.
Force of Nature roar next turn, he's in a lot of trouble.
True Silver Champion is it's a decent draw, I'd say.
I mean, you could deal 7, 12, 16 damage now and drop your Senjin Shield Master.
Yeah, you have to play the Sanjin for sure. And do that.
I like the trading, I have to admit. I like that one.
Yep. No, you can drop the Sanjin and go face with that, yep.
Yeah. I could have dealt 16 damage, would have been interesting, but there's still so many minions on the board. You kind of need to look out for that. I mean, Force of Nature Roar is so powerful, especially if you have other minions on the board. I mean, I don't think it would have been 28 damage in the end. Still.
Through the Sanjin even, but yeah, well,
There was quite a lot on the board.
what you could have done, how many minions did Silhan have? 5?
There were like 3, 5, yeah, 5
Yeah,
tops, I
okay.
think.
Like I was thinking you could just kill nothing, so he couldn't actually play Force of Nature.
Oh wow, look at that. That's a huge board.
Wow.
And especially his spider is 2/3, so he can trade there. But we have the Black Knight.
Yeah. Also, we have the possibility for like consecrate. Imagine consecrate.
Consecrate would be so cool. The problem is you need to watch out for. I mean, if you take a lot of damage now with your True Silver Champion, there are still a lot of minions on the board. I mean,
Well, you take maximum 3 damage. So.
Oh, Holy Knight. Now I wouldn't care. Now I would go like Black Knight. Who would you Black Knight?
The Belcher.
Are you sure? Because if you Black Knight the Cairn, your Lothar is actually able to trade the Belcher without dying.
Yeah, but you can just kill the Cairn with your weapon.
And then heal up by 6.
Yeah, and hero power.
Kill that, and you deal
Run.
5 damage to the face.
Yeah.
And I think that's the best outcome in the end. I just wanted to take no damage at all because I'm secretly scared of taking damage. But yeah, that feels like the best move, and you can still attack with your. Would you kill the Bane with your Lothar?
Um.
I'm actually not
Probably
sure if I
not.
like that move, but you would get rid of a 4 or 5 minion on the board.
Yeah, I think I would do it just like how he did.
And heals himself up.
Imagine if you had a spell power swipe now.
A spell power swipe would be really good. If he has a Force of Nature Roar, that would be 14, 20, 20, 20, is that 20 Wait a second. 14, 20, 26. Would that be 28 damage if he had a Force of Nature Roar now?
28, yeah.
Oh god. So it was even close. So he had to trade something.
Yep.
Oh god. I mean, the thing is, if he takes 28 damage and there is 4, 8, 13, there's only 14 damage on his side. He couldn't even win next turn if he takes that amount of damage. And would look out for it to die to hero ability.
Well,
That would be really ballsy from Silhan.
yeah, that would be surprising.
Imagine he has a Force of Nature Roar, Innovate, hero ability. Oh god. He would just burst 29 damage in a turn. That's super good.
No spell power swipe, but a swipe.
Ace Swipe's definitely
That's
enough.
board clear.
Board clear, and you can even keep one Spiraling if you're willing to take those 4 damage.
Yeah, for sure.
That's why I thought about actually trading there maybe with my Lothap. I'm not sure. I mean, you could have gotten rid of the Cairn pretty easily. And there would no minion would survive the trading. That's my thought behind it. Like, if he trades something, all his minions die because your minions have more attack.
Yeah, but I don't think he was in a position where he thought that Silhan could clear his board easily.
Yeah, I agree.
Now look at that. He can't even get rid of that for 1 Bane and just has to play that HearthStone, which gets
Absolutely.
smashed. Will get dragged into death with him.
So, however Vortex played his last turn, that didn't pay out so well for him.
No.
Now he's looking really grim for him. I mean, he was looking in a good spot all the time, and now the Druid can just build up from the board he had before. And as we know, the Druid is rather late gamey and has more and bigger minions probably. And without a Consecrate or Avenging Wrath, something in that direction, his equality is more or less useless.
Yep. And people don't even run Avenging Wrath anymore, I think.
Yeah, that's sad. I'm missing the RNG of Avenging Wrath, just going pow pow on maybe 5 out of your 6 minions, or just 3 minions, or 8 times in the face.
Yeah, that's the best one.
Can happen. Don't like it. And there's Lothap on the board. The only thing for Vortex to do is Guardian of Kings next turn. That's quite a shame.
Yeah.
I mean, he
This
heals
is
back
really,
to 30.
Really looking bad for Vortex.
Well, the good thing is Guardian of Kings can kill Lothap, and he just needs to Consecrate, and it's looking good for him next turn. If he even gets to next turn, let's see. There is 7, there is 9, 10 damage on the board. With a Force of Nature, that's more than 30 damage, correct?
Yep.
That's way more than 30 damage. Oh, 14, 24, plus
34.
another 8. Oh, wow. If there a Force of Nature Roar on Silhan's end, you would just blast through Vortex and win the first game for eSuba in this best of 5.
Yep. It doesn't look like he has the combo. Or he's not that good at doing math.
Well, there are always 2 options, but I think rather count it 3 times than be sorry for miscounting and like being 1 damage of lethal. So those are the saddest things if you're actually 1 damage off or 1 mana short, and just because you didn't take the time to count correctly. It would hurt quite a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, Silhan, 10 mana. By now he should have counted it several times, so I guess there is no Force of Nature Roar in his hand.
Or it's max level BM.
Or it's max level BM. Max level BM is always possible. There's a Taunt Up Druid. Imagine he draws a Consecrate. He would turn that game around so hardcore.
Yeah.
Especially, is he going full face mode
Yeah, I
for
think he is.
Silhan? But already 1 Consecrate was played. I'm not mistaken there, correct?
Yes.
Or Wipe Pyromancer. Even the Wipe Pyromancer would be okay.
That's neither of them.
Oh, wow.
Wow. 7, 8, 9, 10.
He would be down to a Roar next turn without anything else. Just get roared.
If he doesn't kill the Root of the Claw, which would be pretty bad to equality, and then run that in, he's even dead to Force of Nature.
Absolutely. That's like way too much damage on the board. It's 11, 12, 14. Wow. He can equality and trade, which is so sad. The good part about this, Acolyte of Pain, and in the end, his 1/1 minion. So he forces him to trade there somehow. if there is no Force of Nature Roar anyways.
Yep. Yeah, there's a roar.
There's a Roar. That's 7, 11, 14, and that's enough. I'm not even willing to count on. That's 14. Yeah. With hero ability, that's quite a lot. It should be 21, correct? That was even more. GG for Silhan, and I just think that move in the middle there kind of broke his neck.
I think the turn before Silhan was 1 damage off lethal.
Yeah.
He had 10 damage on board. He could play the Druid of the Claw in charge and Savage Roar, which is 14 plus 12, 26. Ah, okay. Not quite.
Not quite enough, but I think if Vortex played that in the middle a little bit different, it might have turned out for him. But now he needs to pick his second deck against Silhan, and I'm looking forward what there for him. And it seems to be the universal answer to everything. I mean, he's fighting a Druid deck that is rather slow. It felt like rather slow.
Well, we can't really say, to be honest.
It was mediocre.
There were Haunted Creepers, but there were also...
There was a Shade, but he played an actually he played Ooze and everything. It was just a tempo version not getting what he needs.
The only slow thing we saw was the Belches, actually.
Absolutely, and we got the next game for you up, and we're dropping right in. Vortex on a Hunter versus Silhan, still running the Druid. We're going right in because our producer is yelling at me, and he's going right in because I really there he is. The thing is, he hears me while I'm talking, but it seems like sometimes he ignores me while I'm talking. We get it 1-0 for eSuba already with Silhan versus Vortex. So this could be the first best of 3 that goes to eSuba if Vortex messes up this one.
Yep. So we got a pretty nice start for the Hunter, I'd say. Just missing that turn 2 play for now.
And if you wonder why his recording is looking a bit stretched and strange, because Vortex only has a 4:3 monitor, and that totally crashed on our streaming resolutions. But the next games are going to look a little bit better again, because we have some people that actually own 16:9 monitors. And those are the problem, actually. People that running a show, streaming live, recording things have to fight against it with. People actually lack some basic equipment for their streaming and playing. Okay.
So we got that turn 3 companion, turn 4 Houndmaster.
I love that.
Any beast survives here.
I would say if he gets a Misha or a Leok, possible survival. Especially because Silhan is not having a minion by now.
He doesn't seem to have a good time. Either he has 2 Rafts or a pretty poor hand, I'd say.
I tend to say pretty poor hand. Imagine he gets a full 4 now. He gets a Misha, and then makes a 6/6 Misha with his Huntmaster. No, Huffer is the worst case, actually.
Yeah, Coinkeeper just...
Coinkeeper wrecks him so hard. That's super unlucky for Vortex.
But imagine he doesn't have anything. It just has 2 hero power.
There's always a Coinkeeper.
Yeah.
That's no surprise. Wow, that went really wrong for Vortex. Some could believe we actually recorded that and knew this is going to happen. Wow, that sucked so hard. The cool thing is he has Huntmaster and Stone Tusk Boar at least.
Yeah, so he can definitely taunt up a beast next turn. And Silhan is already down to 21. So that Huffer paid off some damage there.
It was okay, I think. The Web Spinner, 3 damage was a steady shot already. Web Spinner dying, Huffer another 4 damage. It is okay how it's going for Vortex, but he can't be satisfied by what happened there.
I think this game will probably evolve around Vortex trying just to
win the game pretty fast.
Silhan with that, like, he should go all in. Like, taunt the Stonecast Boar, go phase.
5 damage now.
Knock him down to, what is it, 16?
Yeah. But I think he wants to kill the Shade of Naxxramas before he gets out of control.
Yeah, but he also has that Leroy Unleash the Hounds.
Exactly. He has quite a lot of damage in hand.
Oh, that's turn 8, a lot of damage.
Yeah, I don't know if I would use my hero ability or play my Huntmaster still, I have to say.
No, I think you want your Houndmaster for that charging boar, most likely.
Yeah.
Or just to have some insurance if you get to the point where you need to be safe from a Savage Roar Force of Nature combo.
Let's say we're at turn 8. How much damage? There are 2 minions on the board. He could deal 14 damage,
14
correct?
damage, yeah.
Yeah. So
Well,
is he gonna heal? Yeah, heal. That was so important for Silhan to actually pull out the heal.
he has enough cards. He probably doesn't need it. If he has the curve,
Yeah, you absolutely are not needing any card
that
there.
was pretty well played from Silhan, I think.
Okay, he's gonna go for the tracking to see what they're up for him. And
Freezing trap.
well, Buzzard is great.
Yeah.
Especially, I like the turn 9 Buzzard where you go Leroy, Buzzard, Unleash. That's pretty card draw greedy. The problem is, what are you going to do now? So you can kill...
I think you bore charge it into, with the Houndmaster and charge it into the 2-3.
Would you just Hunter's Mark right off? Just if he attacks into a minion, dies?
Probably not. I think that's an investment I don't want to do at the moment. I really want to keep the Hunter's Mark for my Buzzard Unleash combo.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I think I would
Although-
kill the Keeper too.
although that Boar Houndmaster play might be a bit weak to swipe,
Then you can, if he swipes and plays a minion, you can still go for the Buzzard Unleash Hunter's Mark play.
yeah, or on 2 minions, but yeah, that's also fine.
Now, I would trade. I mean,
I think going 5th is fine.
but then he swipes...
And it's the same. Like the only thing he could do is trade the Ancient of Lore into the Stone Touch Spore, which would be fine for you because he definitely has 2 minions or more. So I think actually going face there was the right play.
Okay, it's okay because if he plays the Unleash and there's a Timberwolf too, he can deal 2 damage, so he could clear if he's not willing to Hunter's Mark or wait for the Lyra Unleash.
Yeah.
Timberwolf play, he can do something with the Timberwolf in the end. That's actually
Exactly.
okay. Yeah, I agree with you there. I mean, it's always hard for a hunter to consider, are you now going for the face or aren't you? Because it can sometimes be the total wrong thing to actually go for the face.
Yep.
Oh, we're at turn 6 already. There are 3 more turns in theory for Vortex to win, or he's going to be in somehow trouble. Oh, that was another keeper, or is he going to trade? I was a bit confused at in a second because I thought, is he really going to do that? This yells for Buzzard Unleash Timberwolf play, I have to say.
No, I don't think so. This like else for a high main play.
No, I wouldn't recommend going for the high mate at all.
Why not?
Because it would just die to the Ancient of Lore, and then he would just kill one of the small ones with his golem.
I wouldn't care.
you wouldn't care.
I just want to get to my turn 9, I guess, where I can Leroy Buzzard Unleash. Or I could... What he could have done was play Leroy this turn and either kill the Ancient of Lore or go face, which will give Silhan 2 whelps, so he can have a really nice Unleash the following turn.
Yeah.
Because Silhan won't be able to kill off those whelps.
The problem is with giving a druid whelps can always end up in a roar.
Yeah.
Or like, he doesn't even need Force of Nature roar. Sometimes he just needs a double roar, and then you're completely getting wrecked. So that could end up in something
but
really,
in this
really
case
annoying.
it still wouldn't have been enough. That's like...
A Spectral Knight, that's really good because one of your minions is going to survive, and you can Huntmaster it up if you want to.
Yeah.
The main problem is he plays a Spectral Knight now, so he could have an Argus, and okay. I'm not sure. I think I would play my high main. I have to say I would play the high main. I'm really unsure.
Let's count some damage. So that's 3, 8.
I mean, he could deal 5 damage now if he wants to.
He could deal 8 damage and play the Undertaker. If he plays the Houndmaster, buffs that.
Yeah,
Hound
3
goes
damage.
Face, kill command face.
But I wouldn't recommend playing the Kill Command because you
He has
can
double
deal.
Hunter's Mark. He doesn't need anything to get through taunts really.
Yeah, but the thing is, why play the Kill Command if you can? Like, you could turn 9, go for Leroy Kill Command Steady Shot, and now you could deal 2 damage more with a Steady Shot in total. I think.
Yeah, I guess that's.
I think
probably
in
better.
total, in the end, you're a bit better with that play because next turn you can go for Leroy kill command steady shot.
Which is only 11 damage though.
Yeah, which is only 11 damage. Everything needs to survive, or at least the Hot Master needs to survive in order for him to be able to win. I don't know if I like the Savannah high main play more. I mean, he could have taunted up the high main next turn and make a really crazy high main, for example. And you could have killed the Harvest Golem, and therefore the Harvest Golem would have been only a 2-1. If he runs both in, your board is at least clear.
Yeah, but yeah, I think the high main plane would have been better because he played both keepers already, right?
Oh, that's a good question. I think I'm not entirely sure. I know there was one.
No, he played one only, but still, it's unlikely for him to have the second one. And there was a situation where he would have used it if he had it. Where he did like the 1 mana, 1 damage wrath, and then if he had the keeper, he would have used it for sure, I think. And it's a pretty good board. It would have been a pretty good board for the high main to come on. It could kill the Spectral Knight. Okay, it would have get traded maybe, but he still has to deal with that 2 hyenas, and yeah.
The only problem is if there would have been a force of nature, he could have traded just the high main dead and then be super happy about it. Oh, this is looking so bad. He could have traded the high main and then just be happy with it and kill everything off with the minions on the board.
So
The Lothap, steady shot.
let's count.
He cannot die if he plays the Lothap.
Yeah, but
No matter what.
6, 5, plus 10 is 15, nope.
The problem is he wins if there's no taunter and he gets a 1 cost piece. So if there's a web spinner, he could deal 13 damage next turn.
Yeah, but that's like his only
Yeah, he
way
needs
to win.
he needs a 4/7. He needs a 1 cost piece. That's quite annoying.
Or Silhan doesn't even have like the combo.
Yeah, well, that might be a fact, but we're counting with he's oh wow, he's just denying him the win there. Is he gonna go like if he plainly went for the phase? That would have been a huge misplay. I think we need an unleash. We need somehow still an unleash for Vortex.
Unleash for 8 mana, yay!
Yeah, but for 8 mana, and you deal 2 damage with your hero ability, and you could kill off definitely 4 minutes of the board.
I'm pretty sure you're still dead in that case. 6, 7, 8, 14 damage for Silhan on the board right now.
Yeah, Force of Nature is... I think Vortex should have played the high main earlier.
Yeah.
Like in that turn where he didn't go for the high main, he should have gone for the high main because his board was quite vulnerable to what Silhan put out there.
Yeah, but maybe Silhan doesn't have lethal.
I mean, he just needs a roar. He doesn't even need a Force of Nature. And, yeah, he just needs a roar, and that's over. Anyway, 6, yeah, exactly. That's 2 cards out of, I don't know how many left, 20 left, so that felt, in my opinion, kind of obvious. Okay, so we get Silhan dominating over... He even had a swipe, so he could even deal more damage in the end.
That's a clearly BM.
Totally unnecessary here from Silhan. Much BM. Many wows. Wins 2-0 over Vortex.